the market.
Welcome everybody to another episode of the Boardroom interview. We already done got the vibe set up in here, man. So tell me and tell the people who I have in the building with me today.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's your girl, Denequia, your original boss lady. I'm happy to be here. Thank you so much, Faith, for having me.
Hey, so tell us where you from.
I'm originally from Hollywood, Florida. But, you know, by way of the military, I moved a lot. But I am located here in Atlanta now, so well on the outskirts, of course.
What's the outskirts? What outskirts are you from?
I'm in Paulding County.
Paulding? Okay,
like over there by Marietta.
Okay. I'm a stock. I call myself a Clayco. I like Clayco, man, cause like I've been in Jonesboro, Stockbridge area for about 6-7 years now. I ain't never been to the other side, like as far as living.
Well, you'll love the other side. I'm sorry, I did that.
So, talk to us, man. Tell us, how was life growing up, in your hood?
In Hollywood, Florida, I mean, of course, I have a song out called The Mud that talks a little bit about my struggle in my life. But growing up in Hollywood, Florida, I could say that I had a decent life. My mom did die when I was 8, and then my father passed away when I was 17, and then I was homeless. So that kind of, but I'm not going to say my childhood was terrible, because I know some people that grew up with no parents at all, like they never literally saw their parents at all, So, my life was what it was.
Yeah. Is there any lessons that you still carry today that you learned when you was younger?
I think I expected family members and people to step in when my father passed, and they didn't. So what I've learned, in which I am a mentor, I did Girl Scouts mentoring for 3 years. I had my own troop. I had 19 girls, like literally, and double the parents, so triple the parents, because you always have a stepmom and stepdad. But I just learned to pay attention to people, to listen to people, because you never really know who you may be helping with something, like something that you say might touch them in such a way to help. I wasn't even really asking for a place to stay oftentimes when I would go to family just for, food or money for food. It was just like, hey, help me with this, just this one thing. Everything else I'll figure out on my own. Mm-hmm. You get where I'm going? So one lesson I've learned is if someone is in need, don't ignore the need part. You get where I'm going? You can ignore the want part, but not the need part.
That's deep.
Yeah.
So, the music side of things, what's the latest single that you have out right now?
So my latest single is Money Talk. And Money Talk is kind of like, like a New Orleans bounce joint. I really truly just dropped that because I felt like I needed a song for the clubs. Because oftentimes a lot of my songs, in which this song still holds substantial value into your life, because I'm not just talking about twerking. I'm also talking about, things that you're doing to get your money. Like you own this beautiful establishment. You have a room back there that people can rent for listening events and all kinds of stuff. Like you're making your money talk. You get where I'm going? Like me, I own a party rentals business alongside the music. I'm making my money talk.
Yeah.
You get where I'm going? So that was my latest single, but The Mud is the one that I'm always pushing the most, because it, like I said, tells my life story, featuring my cousin Spoke and Sean the Godchild.
Do you find it like challenging being a female artist in the A, trying to find your way? Because the A is a whole nother monster. It's like you got people from New York, people basically, I don't want to just say New York, but people basically from the most grinding places are here.
I'm a grinder.
Hey.
I'm a hard worker. My daddy was a janitor, you know what I mean? So God rest his soul, and he did that. They literally have a whole bench at Driftwood Elementary in Davie, Florida for him. Like they had it made and it sits there, with my dad's name on it and everything, because of the impact he made. At the end of the day, I'm here to make impact. I don't care to be a Beyonce. I'm not asking to be Ashanti, and I don't want to be Rihanna either. My name's Denequia. I'm unique for a reason. You know what I mean? So when I move like that. I move independently. I move and just do things my own way. It seems to be grabbing a lot of people's attention. So I'm gonna just keep doing what I'm true at, which is being myself.
So the culture is would you say this culture is impacting you?
What part of this culture? Like, cause certain things,
I don't know, like, has it, like, whether negative or positive, has it changed your outlook on things before you actually started getting your feet down into, because let's be real. Yeah. Atlanta music scene is like quicksand. You know, it's nice when you just stepping on it.
And then after a while,
when you start to learn different things.
I've literally, not to cut you off, I've literally had it to where I had good relationships with promoters that would just decide, hey, look, I'm gonna just go over here to the person that you were hanging with the blue check and rock with her because she has the blue check. Not talking about nobody in specific. I'm just stating my opinion on how
the mindset,
people mindset is here in Atlanta.
That's what I was getting
You'll literally say, forget this diamond over here. I brought you this person, so you would think that you would stick with me, you know. But it's like, I'm gonna just go, you know, no, never mind you. But like me, I'm still sitting here. So what I've learned is just not to let things bother me. I've had to where people are like, oh, you should get surgery, you should do this and you do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna lay on anybody's table and hope and there's a good chance I'm not gonna see my kids again. Like, I'm not gonna do that. For what? Like, do you want good music? Do you want to be healed? Do you want to feel? If so, that's what I'm going to give you. Because other than that, I'm not doing anything else. It's just not going to happen.
Do you feel like maybe the culture is different because of social medias?
Yes. Social media plays a big role. Because right now, everybody's an attention seeker. You get where I'm going? Anything for attention. I am really, truly tired of strolling Instagram and early in the morning I'm seeing booty cheeks. Now, there's nothing wrong with people twerking.
It's getting old. It's starting to get old.
But it's like even men are in the comments like, sis, is this all that you have for us?
Yeah, it's getting
and some men are like, put on some clothes and read a book. I'll pay attention to you because you're beautiful. I just want to see you read or do something else other than shake your butt. And I agree with them on that because it's like, and it's not just because I'm married or I have kids. It's just that I know that I need to have self-respect for myself even if I wasn't with anybody. You get where I'm going? I would want to have self-respect for myself. You know, it's just like they just getting out of control and everything is about attention. Oh, I'm going to see how many likes I can get. And I'll be looking at people like, honey, it's more to life than that. Because if social media broke down today, as I said before in another interview, if social media just said bye today, like what would we do? I don't know if y'all noticed, but Elon Musk is gonna start charging you. I think so, to be on Twitter, like you gotta pay a certain amount every month or something like that. He's gonna think about doing. Yahoo has already started doing $12 subscriptions per month. Like, things are changing. You're gonna have to pay for attention. Like you're gonna have to start paying to get the attention that you're seeking.
I feel like that's fair.
I'd rather give you something impactful, some good music that's going to heal you or motivate you or get you up and going. You know what I mean? If I'm going to pay to be on a platform, I'm going to do it in such a way to where I know that if I'm putting up money every month, is to help somebody, not just to get on there and twerk my butt and pray for 1,000 likes. That's crazy.
Do you feel, the twerk scene, it's a certain generation, so a lot of us is getting a little older, and I think that's why it's getting old to us, because it's like we kind of like set that shit off a little bit. Like we ain't.
I'm from Florida, Live Crew, all that stuff. Like I was little, young as hell doing the damn Tootsie Roll. I had no business. You get where I'm going? But I'm like, let me ride that, done get, hey. But I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like I guess, we've already seen it before. It's old to us, so we're like, whatever. It's new to these kids, so they're into it. But you got some 40 and 50 year olds, man. And I'm not 40, and I ain't 50 either. But I'm looking on there, like when Lil Duval be sharing, people shout out to Lil Duval, I love him. He be having like aunties and grandmas on there, and they be like 50, 60, 70 years old, twerking and stuff. And I just be like, man, my grandma, she passed away 2 years ago, but she would have been by 76 this past April. You wouldn't have caught Sarah Lily on no internet doing nothing like that. Like grandmas, no offense, I love all grandmas. You can be sexy, but remember, your place is in the kitchen. Your place is in your grandkids and great grandkids' ears.
Yeah.
Like they need mentors. You know, they see you on there doing it and they think it's okay. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
I think times kind of changed. Like I think
Everybody's more lenient.
Like yeah, cause growing up, like I couldn't even fucking laugh.
No, you couldn't.
You know what I mean? I couldn't laugh. I couldn't say certain words. Like everything was so strict, and it's like I can't even be like that with my kids because I think about how, you know what I mean, I had to go through that.
Well,
so,
I think parents need to find the balance.
Yeah, definitely.
And the balance is this: your kids still need to know that you don't play.
Mm-hmm.
I see a lot of parents today, especially when I was a Girl Scout troop leader, being the kid's friend. It's okay to have a friendship relationship with your kids, but there has to be balance. They gotta know that, look, when daddy is saying, look, don't do this, I mean that, you know? Mm-hmm. And it's even hard with us, with our kiddos, because we wanna give them the world and all that stuff, but we make them earn it. They're on payroll for our company. They do work, they get paid every 2 weeks. It's just what it is. They don't get money to clean up around the house because this is your house too. You get where I'm going? It's like parents want to start just giving their kids things and they ain't done nothing. That's why the kids are the way they are. They go and do crazy things. They're fighting. They're picking up guns. They're, making memes of each other and sending it around and bullying, everything like that is just so wrong. And us parents, we need to do better at watching our kids. We do.
Yeah. So I see you had mentioned that you married, right?
Yeah.
Do you find it, being in the music industry, do you find it that when people find out you married, they act a little weird towards you?
I mean, I really don't care.
No, but is that the reality?
I mean, I got guys, they don't care. They still be in my DM talking about, if God, I just pray one day, if God, and I'll be looking at them bruh, it just ain't gonna happen, bro. But I love you and I appreciate the support. But it's just not gonna happen. I'm very upfront.
Yeah.
Whenever I'm getting ready to work with producers, because I like being around males. I really don't. I love females. I have no problem with them. But females tend to get jealous or envious fast, not just of me, but maybe of them or somebody else around us or whatever. I'm not gonna just say me because I'm not arrogant like that, nor am I egotistical. What I'm saying is, females just don't get along these days. It's always something. Hey, you do a lot of this. And then they sit up here and they look at you working a lot and you're juggling the music and your family and your business, and then they're probably just sitting at home doing nothing. So they're like little slick comments here and there, and so I just can't deal with it. So I'd rather be around dudes that are working. If you're working towards something and you know that I ain't messing with you like that, it ain't going down, we're good. Yeah. So I've had some guys that have backed away because they're like, oh, well, she married, she ain't paying me no attention like that. But like I say, I don't enter into any type of relationships with the opposite sex saying, hey, we're going to have sex, because we're not.
Yeah, of course.
It's all about business. Let's get this business done. If you want to be friends and like network and grind together and maybe go in on something together, we can even do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm down for it, but just when it comes to anything else personal like that, it ain't happening.
Yeah. So, do you feel like being a female artist, like, is this not your angle to be like a fantasy to people? Like, what's your angle?
I don't even have to be a fantasy. I am. Like, when I walk in a room, you're already looking at me. You get where I'm going? Yeah. So I'm not. Well, I don't need to worry about that. That's not for me to worry about. If you're into me, if you like my music, if you feeling me. You know what I'm saying? You're going to become a fan or a supporter or whatever role you choose to play. Like, it's going to be on you. I'm not looking to be anybody's anything, but just get this music out here and get it heard. Because at the end of the day, nobody ever really knew anything about Kanye West's personal life, nor do we really hear his voice in real life until he started talking. You get where I'm going with this? We just heard his music and fell in love with him as the artist. Same thing with Beyonce. We didn't care too much about, her personal life. At one point, when social media wasn't as out there, we didn't know a lot about the artist. We just knew that they put out this dope-ass song, and we were into that, and we were loving Beyonce. We were fans or whatever we chose to be. So I think we need to go back to a time like that.
Well, that's why I asked you that, because you shared that, and a lot of people that, art that's in your position don't necessarily vocalize that. So I figured that was something you didn't mind sharing. So I wanted to know, like, being the fact that you share it, do it make people that originally might act like, oh, I want to work with you, I want to do this, I want to do that, and then when when they find out, they change up on you.
Yeah, I've had some people do that, but then I've also had a lot of guys that have a lot of respect for me because, like I say, I'm very upfront. Like how I walked in here, like you was my cousin. I'm like, look, man, I lost my phone last night at Lovely's birthday party. You know what I'm saying? At the vault, in which I did. Somebody snuck my phone. That was messed up, but don't worry, I got a new one on the way.
New one on the way.
Period. But I've had some guys do that, but then I also have guys that, like my friend Blaze, Al Blaze, owner of My Pack Marketing. I always give him a shout out. We've been friends since I moved here. He's met my family. He performed at my husband's retirement. My homeboy Jamil performed at my husband's retirement. Like, I have good relationships, close-knit relationships with guys that their expectations of me is nothing but just to, be a fellow artist, network, go to events together. They protect me. Like, when my husband's not there, they're there. You talk to me or say something wrong to me, they're stepping up in place of my husband, John. You get where I'm going? So I've had a lot of that, the big brother, little sister type.
That's good. That's good because it's hard to come across good people like that.
It is. I'm grateful for my place.
So you have these other businesses. Tell us about these businesses.
Okay, so I have a snack line, R&B Sweets by Boss Lady Denequia. I discontinued it so I can get the distribution right. I did do what they call just kind of like a test run last year, and it did pretty good.
What kind of snacks?
Chocolate covered pretzels, white chocolate covered pretzels, lollipops, which is Swirl Pops, because it's one of my favorites. Peasy Bites, what else? It was one other thing I had, because like I say, I'm discontinuing because I'm trying to figure out exactly which angle I want to go.
Yeah.
But to make a long story short, the goal is to get big distribution so that way I can be able to put it into like places like this. I want to do like small studios because I'm an artist. When I go to the studio, depending on if I smoke me a little bit of green or not, I'm going to want something sweet. You know what I mean? Yeah. So there's a vending machine that offers, what I want in it, I'm going to grab at it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, R&B Sweets. And then also I have a party rentals business, JJ's Toys and More Party Rentals. And we've been in business since 2015. 2015. And we just been killing the game, bounce houses, concessions, all that stuff. We have it. We service the metro Atlanta area. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. We don't go up to 30. We go up to 30 miles. After that, we like, nah. So no, we don't service Norcross. I'm sorry, because they be asking. I be feeling so bad when they call. We don't go that far. I be like, I'm so sorry. Wait, what part you in? I told you I'm in Paulding County. So that's Marietta, Smyrna, Powder Springs, Hiram.
Oh, you over there? And you don't come out of there?
I can't come too far out of there.
Come on,
I do Cartersville already and Bremen and Temple. I just can't go all the way.
Why you just can't take the whole? Why you just can't take the whole thing? Just take the whole thing.
Well, when I hire more employees, I'll be able to do that. But we're smart business owners. You get what I'm going? We want to be able to do a lot of things. So, yeah.
Yeah. So, what's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Sagittarius. We're hard workers. We're lovers of people.
You talk like a Sag.
But we crazy though too. Like, don't play with us. We won't kill you, but we know how to dismiss you and pay you no never mind.
So let me ask you. When it comes to music, how much would you say you invested? And it don't gotta be an exact number. But how much money have you spent on this dream?
A lot of money.
Give us a ballpark.
Okay, I could say within a year, I can spend up to 30 to 40K. That's not even a lot. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's like pinch pennies because I know what I'm doing. Because like I say, I'm a talker, I'm a businesswoman, so I know how to barter certain things to get what I want.
She's a finesser, y'all.
That is not finesse. It's called barter. I'm trading services. I'll get on a hook or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, we trading services. No. I don't want nothing for free, baby. I don't want to owe nobody, but I know somebody that owe me.
Want to talk about it?
Nope, not right now.
You sure?
All I gotta say is, man.
Is it money or time?
It's money, man. And a little bit of time. I ain't even gonna do it. I be wanting to do it sometimes, but I gotta remember, it's all about making sure that I keep things, that I handle things with grace.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, what God has for me, it is for me. And even when people screw you over and play games with your money and your time and your efforts, it doesn't. I can't blame them. I can only blame the imperfect part of them.
Do you feel like in this business you have to definitely understand the psychological side of it?
You got to understand everything.
Yeah.
The mental, the psychological, the personal, because people will have a personal vendetta against you and you don't even know it.
They'll
be
know
hanging around you and you swear to God they love you and they like you, and then you find out
they don't even fuck with you like
they don't even mess with you like that. I've had people that have tried to use me and my platform to get further along, or either just to be able to push themselves forward. Like they're already maybe further along than me, but it does help for another artist to constantly yell your name or whatever to kind of help you get the exposure. People didn't know who you were. You get where I'm going?
Yeah.
But everybody wins but the person that's really out here with the genuine heart, and that's me, and which is not fair. So now I won't bother with it. Now I'm different. I'm like, look, you either got to pay for my time or you got to make it make sense to me, because if it don't make sense, then I'm not doing it.
That's honestly, that's the season it is. It seems like the genuine people, the people that got the good heart, like, and I'm one of them too. Like, we tired of being like, we tired, because basically what we do is we the ones that sacrifice our money and time.
Yeah.
And we really do it for us. But because we got a good heart and somebody come along and we feel like, you know what, I'm just going to help this person out.
Yeah.
It becomes a vicious cycle because you do it a lot. You do it over and over and over again.
Yep.
So you can't do it no more.
Exactly.
Am I correct?
Yeah, you're so correct.
Okay,
My
cool.
husband be like, honey, do not do a damn thing for anybody else. He was like, because these people, then they act so selfish. They don't share your shit. They don't support. If they're not supporting you, you don't have to do it. I ain't gonna lie. I have one of my mentors, Nino Brown 305. He grew up from the same area as me, Hollywood, Miami, Florida. And what I can appreciate about him is whenever he does come to town, we get together, he always tells me the same thing before he leave. He be like, Denequia, don't let nobody use you. And I think it's gotten to the point now to where he knows I know better. He just was waiting for me to see it. So this last situation, like I say, was somebody owing me money for services that they did not render. And then they have the nerve to walk around here like I hurt their feelings when I'm the one that's out money because you played games with my cash, And there was a contract involved, and this person just like whatever. And even his people even admitted via email that they fucked up, and they still haven't made it right. Mm-hmm. You hear them going, they ask me, what do we have to do to make it right? I say, okay, well, this, and this, and I haven't heard anything. And I'm like, look, I can go on and just act like it's no big deal, but I know that I work hard for my money. I don't know if you know how hard, how heavy a bounce house is, like a 18-foot slide that's wet. Okay? So you don't get to tell me, that I can't complain about you owing me money. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. And
to call somebody ungrateful that has said thank you numerous times for the opportunity, but you're not going to make it seem, you're not going to turn this into that when we know the truth. You know what I mean? It has everything to do with you not doing what you said you were going to do. And what was on the paperwork needs to be done. And it wasn't. And so, where's the money?
Nobody knows.
Like I say, everybody needs to learn how to make their money talk for them. You can have a little bit of money. You can have a lot of money. It's up to you. But you make it talk for you. What do I mean by that? If you can't afford something, don't do it. You're making your money talk right there because you're saying, look, I ain't got this, but I can do this, how this, like you make it work. Mm-hmm. If you have a lot of money, you throw it at the kitchen sink and make it work. I don't know, but you don't take people's money and then don't do what you say you're going to do. That's just wrong. Money's earned. Trust me, it's earned.
All you got is your balls and your word.
That's all you have is your word. God don't like ugly. I ain't saying no names since I ain't hurting nobody, but hey, they know the truth.
They know the truth. They gonna definitely, be watching this interview.
I'm pretty sure.
So tell us what's coming up. What is coming up in this world for you?
So much. I'm getting ready to, be a part of a great project. I don't want to say too much about it. You guys just have to stay tuned. So I'm gonna make sure I plug myself on my social medias because you got to just keep an eye on me. Just see what I'm doing. You got to stick with me. I have new music that I'm working on. Shout out to my homeboy Kaylin, the artist. We've been creating tracks from scratch and literally just kind of creating off the dome. And I've come up with I believe this sound right here you guys are gonna love. I feel like we're going into a time where people are losing their jobs, they're losing their minds, they're losing their self-confidence. Again, like I say, social media has really like mentally messed a lot of us up.
Yeah, people are not as strong as they used to.
Yeah. So the music that I'm creating is, I'm hoping that people take heed to the lyrics and the sound, and it makes them want to, okay, thank you. It makes them want to, sorry, the email. It makes people want to like, it makes them want to do better. It makes them want to look themselves in the mirror and say, hey, look, I am worthy, or I don't have to do all of this just to, you know what I mean? Because right now everybody's throwing money out there to try to, you know, look like they're rich and stuff. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, we're in a recession.
Yeah, if you put that effort into being, you know, actually legit.
Yeah, like you don't even have to do all that. Like you can do stuff on a budget and still win. You get where I'm going? Like Jessica, what's her name? The comedian chick. Her name is Jessica, right? Yes. She used to go with Country Wayne.
Don't get me lying.
Okay, well, the girl that used to go with Country Wayne, she's a comedian. She's real dope. She started out just doing like little videos from home and stuff and making it work, you know, and then she went viral. She didn't put a lot of money in it because she didn't have it at the time. You get where I'm going? It's like people need to stop worrying about looking rich right now. You get where I'm going?
Well, they're looking at see, the thing is that this is a microwave. I don't want to say generation, but I want to say time.
Okay,
time. Cool. A microwavable time. And it's not just young people, it's old people, middle age. What I'm saying. Everybody just want it right now, and I get it. But what I don't like is that if you didn't put 100% in this shit, why should you get 100% out of this shit?
Exactly. And
that's where the problem lies for me.
You have artists that think that you know, paying bigger name artists to share their stuff in the story is gonna really
the cheat code.
Yeah, and I just want to make one thing clear. It's not that I haven't tried it, because I did, and I'm noticing that it does not really work. Let me explain to you why. Their audience is their audience. Their audience is not your audience, because it's their audience. Their people don't have to follow you. So I always tell people, don't rely upon people to put you on their platform anyway and shop you to their people. Because if they go to your page and they don't see what they saw over there, they're not coming over here. You understand what I'm saying? They're not going to stay. So, I mean, it's all about getting it out the mud.
And I'm glad you said that, because we're going to help them right now. We're going to help them out right now. Exactly what you said. If you have like a feature or whatever with a certain artist, and you want them to share some shit of y'all together, and
it should be mutually shared.
It leads back to your page, right? I'm glad you said that, because features and bigger people saying your name, it definitely works. But if everything is timing, it has to be a strategy. You got to treat this shit like war. And you got to know when to strike and when to not, and when to do this and when to do that. So, like you said, if I got a fucking song with Lil Wayne, and I know, like, I want him to drop this shit on his page, right? Artists, use strategy. Like, I'm gonna go look at his page, and if I got posts up already, I might have to archive them just for that week and leave the ones that kind of like resemble what he got going. Because that's what it is. You gotta line everything up for the people. Because people are like sheep. You gotta line it up.
That's why I say if their page don't look like yours, they're not gonna stay over here on yours, because they're like, well, we fuck with this person and they do it like this, and they don't really do it like this. So that's important. Now, I've had somebody ask me how much I charge for a feature, and I would tell them my price. I'm talking about everything in this interview right quick.
Talk about it.
So when I give you my price is my price. And the reason why my price is because you're paying for my talent and my time. Just like when people try to say, hey, look, come sing over here. And then I'm like, okay, well, look, this is how much I charge.
Well, you actually have talent. Some people ain't got that. So I'm just gotta be real.
I be like, look, I gotta get dressed up. I gotta put this little wig on here. You know what I'm saying? Gotta get that hair and that makeup done. I gotta put on my little outfit. I gotta look cute. And then I gotta come and I gotta perform. You're gonna want me to bring people with me, right? So you need me to talk for you for your event. So it kind of works both ways. You pay me, I bring you what what I need to be bringing you. You get where I'm going? A crowd, a dope ass show or either just a dope ass show, because really you as the promoter, you're supposed to bring the crowd. Promoters do that now. They be like, oh, bring 10 people to these artists, because I don't mess with that kind of stuff no more.
Man,
Like
I've already
do that.
Fuck out of here.
I say, look, after a while, enough is that. I've done that. You know, when I first got here, and I was like, oh no,
it gets old.
Not gonna keeping up with 10 to 12 people just to be able to bring them somewhere when I'm performing, and 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning I'm still waiting. Like, I'm not doing that to my people. Yeah. I'm kind of happy that I've gotten to the point where people are starting to see value in my artistry and in my voice and how I move, to where they want to pay me or at least barter. You know what I mean? Barter services to really, you know, to have me come and then they come do whatever. Like, we work together at this. Like, it's a partnership. In the industry, people do partnership stuff all the time.
Of course.
Nicki Minaj don't always charge people for features depending on who they are.
It just gotta make sense.
It just gotta make sense to her. And that's why I try to tell indie artists out here, like, even if, you know, somebody wants a feature, if they ain't got the money, you can say, well, look, do this for me, and then I'll do this for you. At least pay for my studio time, since you can't afford the feature. You get where I'm going? Now we both winning, because now I didn't have to come out the pocket and you got your verse. You get where I'm going? So I think that we need to start partnering more like that, like independent artists. If we do that, we'll do good. Like, we'll really make waves. Like, and stop always trying to be on top of each other and all this. Because I'm sorry, even people with blue checks, man. I have no problem with nobody with a blue check. I ain't got one. I'm not slimy because I have one.
You can buy that for $3,000.
I wouldn't recommend you buy it. You know, just keep, you know, like I say, you just need some mainstream, you know, articles. You know, just do that and keep grinding. You know what I mean? And work with people. You know what I mean? But just your expectations just should not be hurry up when it comes to this music industry, because it's just not going to happen like that. It's a marathon.
It's not fair. It's not fair, because this is a business, and with every business, you have to know it. So you could jump off the porch and say, I want to do music. That's fine. But you have to understand, like, okay, that's like me jumping off the porch saying, I want to fucking drive tractor trailer. I can't just get in that shit and just start driving it. Yeah. I need
you have
some
to learn. There's books that you have, there's classes you gotta go to.
Yeah, like, you know the business.
Like, you know, you gotta test drive to make sure that you can see. You know what I'm saying? Clearly on both sides and behind you, over that big old trailer.
And that's what the music is, a big old trailer.
It is. When I was pregnant with my last son, King is now 5. He'll be 6 in a couple weeks, actually.
Shout out King.
And
I got one 6-year-olds. I got one of them.
Oh my God. He's everywhere. I'm like, King, sit down. I love him though. But I studied a lot about the music industry. Mm-hmm. I opened for Styles P when I was like 5 months pregnant with my son in North Carolina. I was like, I'm performing and on Pastor Troy. I didn't care. I was like, I'm coming with a big old stomach. Mm-hmm. Styles P was like,
fuck it.
He was just like, hey, you watch it. I was like, yeah, man, because I wasn't going to miss this opportunity to open for you and Pastor Troy. It just was not going to happen. I grew up listening to you guys. I like your music, you know, and I want to let y'all hear what I got. So, but shout out to Pastor Troy and Styles P, because they pretty dope.
Yeah.
Nice guys, you know what I mean? Nice guys. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? They're real nice guys. You know how you expect people to be jerks, but they are not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's a blessing.
Definitely. So out of the celebrities you met, who's one of the coolest people you met out of those guys that we call celebrities, or females that we call celebrities?
Me.
Okay. Okay. Miss Sagittarius.
Because I used to name a lot of people that would never name me. You hear what I'm going?
That's a fact.
So I've learned, and God told me this too, especially during quarantine when I had so many so-called relationships and associations with people, and I came out of quarantine and where are these people?
Yes.
So at the end of the day, I've watched someone that I've given a compliment to in an interview, and I'll sit back and I'll watch them do their interview second, and they would not make mention of me.
Yeah.
So I've learned to give myself flowers. Because I work hard. I put up my money. I put the effort up. I write in the closet. I be in the studio till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. And I be tired. I still got bounce houses to drop off the next day. I make it happen. So I'm sacrificing, so I deserve to be able to put myself on the pedestal. Some people get mad and think that it's arrogance, but it's not. I'm just letting you know that I work hard and I deserve a spot too, just like everybody else. And I'm basically creating my own table. I'm not asking for any help or assistance. You know what I mean?
No, I don't want to take you off the table. But I mean, like, as far as like celebrities that you actually dealt with or been around, who gave you like the best vibes? Like,
again, like I say, if I had to choose someone else, it would be my mentor, Nino Brown 305. Like he raps, but also he does public speaking and mentorship.
Yeah, Nino.
And what I love about Nino is because he will mention my name. So I will mention Nino's name, you know, all the time. He's just a good person to be around. He told me a lot about the game. Like he'd be like, look, this, you know, he won't try it, like he lets you know, like up front, like what to expect. And every time he says something, he's right about it. You know what I mean? I'm like, dang, I just went through this. So shout out to Nino Brown 305, because if I had to give an award to anybody as far as just being the type of celebrity that looks out for indie artists or people that I wouldn't view myself as beneath him. I would just say I'm not on the level that he's on yet. But I respect him for always reaching down. Does that make sense?
Well, it makes sense, but like I said, I don't want to take your celebrity because you still a celebrity. But I guess I was trying to figure out another celebrity that, you know, you came across and you fuck with, and it was him.
I mean, there's other celebrities that are out there that I've come across. Trinidad James, I met him last night. He tried
to help look for your phone.
Oh yeah, he tried to help me look for my phone.
That sounds like a pretty humble guy.
I just mentioned him. I was thinking about.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I was thinking about somebody that's been there for a while helping me. Oh my God, yes! Shout out to Trinidad James, because look, somebody snuck my phone last night at Ball. I really appreciate him. Thank you so much. I was like, man, on my phone, we still ain't finding it.
Yeah,
but a new one on the way.
New one on the way. So let us know before we go. What else? Would you like to discuss anything? Is there anything that's been on your mind lately that you want to talk about? I'll talk back to you.
Well, I mean, things are always on my mind. You know, I'm a Sagittarius, so we think while we're sleeping, if you must know. But I do want to leave a word of advice. That's what I'm going to leave a word of advice.
Okay.
And don't be so quick to jump when a celebrity does come to you and say, look, you know, we can do this, but it's going to cost you this much. You get what I'm saying? Because trust me, it's always going to be to benefit them more than you. Because oftentimes when people do songs with big name celebrities, they don't even share it on their page.
No, they don't.
To really show that support that's needed to that indie artist that just put up thousands of dollars. You get where I'm going? Like, everybody wants to say that Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all these places are not important. The main page is important because, again, if I just did a song with you, I want to see it on your page. You get where I'm going?
Oh, I get
especially if I paid a lot of money for it. And I just want independent artists to know that you're dope with or without a big feature. You're dope with or without a big feature. Period. You gotta believe in yourself, man. LMA got on by just doing cover songs. And she did one song and they sent it around and everybody was feeling it. You get what I'm going? Like, just do you, boo-boo.
Do you.
Do you, boo-boo. And don't worry about big features or nothing like that. Just focus on, you know, your craft.
Yeah.
Yeah, just focus on your craft. I just got to say that. Cause
it's really with timing. This is like, you know.
And again, with timing, like you said, because it makes sense. And I figure this, if you're going to do a song with a big feature artist, you got to make sure that they're touring. So that way maybe they can invite you to one of the tour dates if they're in your city and put you on stage. Now, that's a way to be like, you know, to show you some love. Like, even if they don't share it on their page, okay, fine. But if they invite you to a tour date and you're going to perform with them on the main stage, that to me is big. You get where I'm going? And that's the kind of stuff that I look for now whenever I do decide to do another song with a big name. I'm like, okay, are they touring what they got going? Because if there's a way to put that in the deal, and even if I got to pay a little bit more, then I'm down to do that. You get what I'm going? It just all has to make sense to where it benefits not just their pockets, but also my artistry and my pockets too. Because at the end of the day, when I'm hungry, I'm hungry. And when you're hungry, you're hungry. We both got to eat.
Mm-hmm. And I like the fact that you said that because that means you understand the investing never really stops.
It doesn't.
So it's like, it's kind of impossible to feel like you could just start doing music and not invest in yourself, even if it's just studio time.
You got people that don't want to invest in their look. They don't want to invest in no studio equipment. If you look, either go to the studio or you invest in equipment. You get where I'm going? You got to learn along the way. Some people be like, I don't really care to really learn anything. I'm just gonna go over here and let this person do all that. Learn to work Pro Tools on your own. Learn learn to mess with different sounds. Learn to set up a mic.
Yeah.
This can be my mini documentary, believe it or not. Me talking about stuff like this, but people don't look at it like that. So you should be out here doing interviews with platforms like yours and other platforms, you know what I mean? So that way people can get familiar with who you are. Yeah. And folks, they be like, look, I'm going to just stay to myself and I'm just do it like this. You can hang around your team all day. It only stretches so far.
Mm-hmm. And really the time of somebody just wanting to do everything for you, that shit dead for real. Because it's like, those people lost a lot of money. You know, like, even me at this level, I lost a lot of money trying to believe in somebody else that didn't want to believe in themselves or felt like I had to do everything. When I tell you in the beginning, I'm not a manager. No. You know, you can go get a manager and bring them here.
Indie artists do not need managers. Indie artists do not need managers. What they need is a booking agent. But what you have to make sure is that you are branding yourself to where the booking agent can sell you to venues. Because that's how you make money. If you're not, okay, I call myself Boss Lady the Singer. Yeah. So what I do is I have cover songs on my page. I got songs that I put out. I may do a little bit of commentary to show you that I can act like a grandma and all of this stuff, like showing you that I can act too, so that way a booking agent can be like, look, if you don't want to help her with the singing, look, check this out, she acts. So maybe she can get in this way. Like, people call me like a quadruple threat because I do so many different things. Mm-hmm. And they're like, that's why you don't keep no friends either because they be jealous. I'm like, I don't know nothing about that. All I know is that I'm just out here grinding. If you don't like it, that's fine. I know I support everybody. I don't care what. You can do 8 things and I'm going to support all 8 things that you do. I'm not going to look at you and say, oh, well, I wish I did that. No. I'm just like, look, I'm going to get on my grind like her. See, she working, I'm going to work too. That's it. Yeah. But people don't look at it that way. But you have to have your stuff together. Yeah. You really, truly do. I've rebranded myself twice already since 2017. Of course. Because it's a constant thing to where you're constantly rebranding yourself, trying to find what works. As soon as I put on the yellow hair, it just, everybody was like, oh my God. And I'm like, I've been here. You hear where I'm going? But I do understand that sometimes you have to set yourself apart. And by putting on yellow hair, I did that. I said, okay, look, now do you see me? And they're like, hell, fuck yeah. And I'm like, but I've been here.
Well, the thing is that people want to see growth.
That too. They want to see growth.
They fuck with you, but it's like, damn, you still the same level when you began and I was fucking with you. So it's like, I'm bored with you now because you still looking like 1992. That was just I threw that year out, but you get the point.
Yeah,
like,
I get it.
Like some people drop videos and it looked like some shit that when I first started, and I'm like, oh,
please,
you,
artists,
I ain't trying to go backwards.
Please invest in yourself. Mm-hmm. Please invest in yourself. You have to invest in your visuals. My cousin, the owner of Face Off Visuals, he shot my Ocean's Flow video and the Mud video in Florida. We went back home, the one on the beach and stuff. Mm-hmm. And my cousin only charged me $400, but that is not his rate.
It's okay.
That's my rate because I'm family. Mm-hmm. But I mean, $1,200 to $2,500 gonna get you a dope ass visual. You get where I'm going? And this is him going to 5 to 6 locations, whatever you want for that whole day. Like, he'll give you a good 10 to 12 hours of his time. He'll even stay overnight if he got to, just to give you that quality video that you're looking for. And you have to have people on your team that's like that.
Right.
Like, they want to work hard for you because they know they're going to get paid, but not only that, because they believe in you. And my cousin, anybody that he does business with, he likes to look you up first. Before he says, he looks at so that way he can give you pointers. Say, we're going to do this, to try to help you out because he wants you to grow. So you can tell I come from a family of people that, you know, the expectation is growth. Period. Especially those of us that have been through stuff. He was homeless too, so he gets it, you know. our kids, we just want them to have a good life, so we do what we got to do, you know. But at the same time, we're still just good people. So you got to have good people around you, and you don't want yes people around you all the time. If your cousin is still around here telling you 2 years later that you need to still be twerking on Instagram to get attention, that's not it. Your cousin should be saying, you know what, instead of doing that, do this. You get what I'm saying? Like, give you advice to kind of help you out. You know what I mean? So you got to have a good team. You got to invest in your look. You got to invest in yourself. You got to invest in your videos. Artists do not need a manager. No, they don't. Not independent artists, because you're not making enough money yet. You know? So what you do need is a booking agent, because you need to make money, right?
And I'm sorry, like, if you got one business and, you know what I'm saying, that shit ain't like a multi-billion-dollar business, like, chill out, bro. Well, you don't need all of that shit. Like, I'm
gonna tell you right now, you got so many people. Like, we're retired military, so, you know, we get retirement and our business. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, you know, I ain't trying to tell my business, but what I'm saying is, I'm content outside of the music, and I say that again, not to be arrogant, because some people try to pick apart your shit and make you seem like what you're not, and I hate people do that. So I always make sure I let you know, let's auto-correct. At the end of the day, I'm a boss for real in real life, and I'm not the richest person in the world, but I'm not dumb either. I've learned a lot. You know what I mean? My first 3 years in business, because again, like I say, we've been in business going on 7 years, come December 15th of this year, a day before my birthday, the 16th.
Salute.
Yes. And the first 3 years of my business, oh my God. Being a female, black owned, you know, a business owner, I'm like, okay, I just want to spend every dime I make all the time. You get where I'm going?
Yeah.
So I had to learn. Like, My husband, he did logistics in the military. So he's very good with numbers. He used to calculate millions of dollars for the military and logistics for their weapons and all that. Like, he was just on point with all that. And he used to tell me, like, look, I'm letting you do this, but you're messing us up. If you want to see it grow, you got to do this. So shout out to my husband, John, because he keeps the books right.
Shout out to John.
He be like, nope. So when I tell you, no, I can't do it, because my accountant said so, it's because my husband / accountant said no, now is not the time.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. You got to keep building your empire, you know, to the point of no return.
You're really doing it for your kids, and that's another thing. I try to tell independent artists, don't throw everything at the kitchen sink, even when it comes to the music. Reason being is because what I've noticed is there's been a string of people that are in their 30s and 40s out here trying to push their music now. There was one lady at an event, I think she had to be like 42, in which I'm like proud of her. If she got it, she could sing her butt off. And she was like, yeah, I've been at this for like 10 years.
I got a response to that when you're done.
Okay, like 10 years. And she's like, yeah, my daughter 20-some years old. And I was like, looking at her like, you don't look it. You know, like, you look good to be 40-some years. She looked good. I'm like, God damn, girl, you look good.
No, them 80 babies look good.
She looked amazing. I was like, oh my God, you're so beautiful. And she was like, I just work out and try to eat right, And she was like, I'm out here just trying. And I feel like your talent has no age limit anyway. No. Because Morgan Freeman, he was like 38 when he first got his first part in a movie. And Taraji P. Henson, she was playing on Baby Boy, and she was like 28, 29 at the time. It's like, people need to start worrying about ages, because it does not matter.
We're the only ones that do that to each other.
Yeah, black people, because white people, they, no offense to, I'm not a racist. But what I notice about other races of people,
we don't let each other live.
They be like, go, like, if Russ wants to go back to college, like how Kim Kardashian did at 38, 40, how old she is, they're like, go do it, honey, and they be rooting you on the whole time, wanting you to win sincerely. Black people, I don't know why we're like this. We be like, you don't go to that? Oh, that ain't gonna work. Oh, how old are you?
For that. You need to be doing this.
And then you just be looking at them like, man, you know, everybody has their mission in life.
Yeah.
What if God put them at front and put you in back? What you gonna do? You gonna still be talking about they don't deserve it? You get where I'm going with this? So I always try to tell people, be careful what you wish on other people and what you say, because I believe everybody deserves their spot. Everybody has a purpose.
I wanted to say this because I feel like I'm gonna probably just put it on hip hop, because I feel like maybe R&B and the other genres you can definitely be older and thriving. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the millennials are pushed out because I feel like it's I don't want to say the smartest, but it's a very smart generation. It's a game-changing generation. So I feel like the younger people and the older people kind of wants to push them out. So you say you see a spike of 30 to 40 pushing their music. They've been there. But what happened is they've been conditioned to feel like they're old, while people older and younger could feel like, oh, this is my game. But how is that even possible, Sway? I don't understand. If you got the funds, the talent, and the look, and because you're from 30 to 40, to sit down and feel like you're old and watch everybody around you getting money that's not in your age bracket, that's crazy to me. I don't understand.
Look, all I'm saying is it does not matter how old you are. You can be out here getting money. You can be out here pushing your dream. And I think that, everybody's so focused on numbers. Mm-hmm. But they're focused on the wrong numbers. Mm. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah?
Kanye West said this already, though.
Yeah.
But he didn't say it like how I said it.
And when he's like 50?
Yeah. Is he 50?
He's definitely up there.
Oh, my God. He doesn't even look it.
That's what I'm saying.
That is a blessing.
But no, because that's what I'm passionate about this. Because that's my age range.
He don't look it. I need to Google that. He old like that?
He old like that. But that's my shit. My shit is 30 up. Feel me? And it's like, that's the hip hop generation.
It is.
That's the generation. Why should we have to watch older and younger people just eat off of something that we probably created, a style we probably created, or a look we probably created? Like we have a big impact on the culture, on the world, and that generation is being pushed out. You gotta pay attention. If you don't see it, just look.
I see it. I see it. I see it, but it's like, what can you do? You get what I'm going? But speak out like this and have conversations, but we need to be having conversations with the masses. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because at the end of the day, the masses has to agree that there's an issue there.
Yeah.
And nobody's ready to face the truth.
Well,
nobody's ready to face the truth. Everybody be like, oh, well, I don't know about that because such and such. And I be like, what I'm saying is, there's a lot of unfairness here. You know what I mean? And it doesn't have to be that way. Everybody can really, truly win,
Yes.
Especially with somebody being less than 2 years younger than you and telling you should be raising your children, and you looking at them like, you about, 2-3 years younger than me, that's it? I don't have to listen to you, hon.
Especially when you 2 years
because
younger than me. Because you
don't have any, what's the problem? You know what I mean? Bye now.
So, we're going to close out, man. Let us know where we could find you at. You can leave us with your last words, all that great stuff.
So again, my name is Denequia, but everybody calls me the Boss Lady. You can follow me on IG, TikTok, and YouTube at Denequia. That's DENEQUIA. Or just hashtag Boss Lady 365 to find me on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. I'm everywhere, okay? Just make sure y'all check me out. Again, hashtag Boss Lady 365 is the best way to find me. And thank you so much for having me on your show.
Well, I'm happy to have you, and she had a drink with your boy,
I did. He's tilted over there. That's why he's doing the lean back. Lean back. Y'all can't see it. I ain't even know my drink. I was like, after this, I said, look, you know what I mean?
Hey, see, these interviews are the best because I ain't got to be on the camera, you know what I mean?
I was like, let me get dressed up. Look, I got home at 3. I'm trying to tell you, on the phone at 4 o'clock trying to get this phone situation taken care of. I was like, who would sneak my phone like that? Like, come on, bro.
That's wrong. What are we doing?
But I do want to leave off by saying this because I know I already left some inspirational stuff. I just want to say that I'm a lover of God and I'm a lover of people. And I really enjoyed this interview. I feel like I was being very upfront about a lot of things in this interview, and oftentimes I hold back on some stuff because I never really want to hurt anyone's feelings that may be listening or viewing later.
Yeah.
That will be like, oh dang, maybe she was talking about me. Well, if you feel that way, then it is about you. You get where I'm going? If you don't, then you know that it's not. Because everybody knows that I have love in my heart for everybody that I see, touch, meet. Period. So, but if you've upset me, hey, wrong person to upset.
She's done. That's it.
Because now I don't want to mess with you.
And we go end on that note.
Have a good afternoon, guys. Bye.